Hello everybody and welcome back to the We Only Do One Take podcast, episode 25. It's the only podcast that is a complete shit show. With me as always is my co-host and CEO, the man who just lost the record for the lowest limbo, Kieran. How are you today?
Thank you very much, and it's because I'm inflexible.
Inflexible.
I was about to say unflexible.
Unflexible?
But I think it's inflexible.
I'll take either at the moment. I think both suit you very well.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to break that world record.
Well, you just lost it. I understand that.
Oh, sorry, lost.
Yeah, just I saw a photo of the lady that won it. Some black lady with in red spandex. It was quite a sight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, you just walked under a bar and she actually went the full limbo.
Yeah.
Effect all the way through.
There you go. Cool. I've got no idea where that came from, but fair enough.
I saw a picture not too long ago of a lady who got the world record of a limbo, and I thought that'd just be a funny way to introduce you. Last time I talked about your sexy voice, and this time I thought I'd talk about your limbo skills. Ladies, he is single.
And ready to mingle.
I'll put some love heart sound effects there or something.
Or you can do the pew, 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 pew. I've got to apologise to our listeners. And I feel like I need to make an important service announcement. Service announcement? I'm not sure if that's right. Anyway, I edited the last episode.
Yep.
And it was late coming out to the people.
Yes.
The fine We Only Do One Take podcast listeners, which I think they've chosen the poll to be called wankers.
They have. Actually, 87% last time I checked. It's pretty good. So the wankers have decided to be called wankers.
And I offshot it to the intern. We had an intern.
Yeah.
I think the photo is up. She was drunk and passed out.
She did it.
She also didn't replace the light in our recording studio.
I noticed that as well.
So she's been fired, and I took decisive action, and I edited the podcast. And I apologise unreservedly to our woo.hall wankers for the delayed episode.
But it was up. It's good. It had a name this time other than the previous episode, which did not have a name that you edited. So we, I think...
Yes, it did. And no one has sent us their light bulbs yet.
No one has. You did get a reminder from one of our fans and fellow ranter, Alice, to get light bulbs, and we still have not got light bulbs.
Yeah, I feel like, and this isn't going out to you, Alice, I feel like you need to remind me, you need to know when I'm near Bunnings. Like, that is when the reminder needs to pop up, not when, when I'm doing work. But I did appreciate it.
Okay, so I'm ready to rant.
All right, go for it.
Okay, so my rant is a very simple one, but I almost have 2 or 3 rants today.
Okay.
But I need to bundle them all together. But I'm going to do this one first because this is a very important one. I feel this is just for the common man. And then it's going to be one...
The man.
And the lady. But, but the other 2 are specifically about the show. But so I'll do this one first. So picture this, Kieran.
All right. You're about to get married.
No.
Royal wedding style.
Maybe you are. But you know what you got to do? Before you get married or you go out or you do something, whatever you're doing, you got to get out of the house, be professional. What do? You have a shower.
Mm-hmm.
And a shower's always great because you get all the gunk off you.
Yep.
You feel fresh, you're ready to rock, you know that, you're just going to feel great.
I have a shower every morning.
Every morning, and you feel great, and then you...
I can't actually leave the house without having a shower.
Yeah, it's a bit like that. So I'm a nighttime shower person. I get rid of all the crap of...
Yeah,
all the stuff off me after especially after the gym and stuff like that.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I'm with you there. Sometimes I'm a 2 shower.
Yeah, see?
A day.
See, clean man.
Yeah.
Another perk if you do dating. So you shower, you get ready, you get dressed, you full on all these stuff, and we're professionals, so we probably wear, a nice pair of slacks or a belt and a shirt.
You think I wear that to work?
Oh well,
you are kidding yourself.
Some of us in the professional field.
I just want to point out, and I was actually saying this to someone else. I'll be from the 1st of June working in the city, right?
Yeah.
And I'm in the building that I'm in. It's a very everyone wears suits and ties.
Yeah.
And I think it's with KPMG is in the building.
Yeah.
Anyway. And someone goes to me and goes, oh, so does this mean you have to start wearing suits? I'm like, hell no.
So you get ready.
Yeah.
Full on, you get ready. And then you have to take a shit. And that is what my rant is about. Having to shit after you shower.
It is terrible. terrible thing, and it has happened, I think, to all of us.
It is. This is what I'm saying. It's for the common man, common lady, common listener of this podcast. Everyone has showered. They feel ready to go.
Unless you've got a bidet.
Unless you have a bidet, and I do not have a bidet.
And then it can, and you can change the temperature to make sure that the water that squirts up your bumhole is warm.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be cold.
But
and you can also get a fan with it.
Yes.
I don't own a bidet.
I don't own a bidet either.
I've sat on someone's toilet and they have a bidet and it is great. Plus the seat's always warm when you sit on it and fantastic.
But having to shit after you shower, but I went on with this. I thought to myself, geez, this is something that really bothers me. But you know what the worst part about having to shit after you shower is?
What's that? You got to wipe?
You got to wipe, but you can feel the toilet paper.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it gets crumpled up.
It's crumpled up,
Yeah.
and it just like, especially blokes,
Yeah.
you got your ass hair,
Mm-hmm.
and it just gets that little bit caught too much, and you can always feel
The rip.
the rip.
Yeah.
Or you can feel the little ball of fluff.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
I hate the feeling of the ball of fluff.
this is the worst feeling ever. Like, that's your day. You might as well go back to bed.
Call up your boss and call a sickie because you ain't coming in today.
And if you do go in, your day's ruined.
Yeah.
You might as well, no matter how many times you...
How
wipe
often
it-
does this happen to you?
Look, it doesn't happen that often. Again, I do a nighttime shower, so I go away from that. But
Is this why you do the nighttime shower?
This is one of the reasons.
I think I know what's happened here. You had a number... You're a morning shitter, aren't you?
yes.
Yeah.
So have a coffee.
Yeah.
I'm on the toilet. That's
Yeah. How long do you sit on the toilet for?
a good 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay, because I'm like in and out.
No, like usually if I'm on the
I've
toilet,
got good
in the-
fibre, so...
Yeah. Oh, me too. But I do a lot of my I do all the posting for the podcast on the toilet. I message you ideas for the show. I message I message Jess. I message people to organize stuff for the weekend. I'm a busy man on the toilet. There's no
I can
time.
see why it now takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes or so. But I still get all my work done, and that's all that's important. But sometimes you just need that 5 minutes to yourself to do it. But again, having to shit after you shower is one of those things in life that really ruin everything. Mm-hmm. And that's what my rant is about today for the common people. But, Kieran.
Yes.
Sometimes there's more than one rant in an episode. And this week, there is more than one.
Actually, is this what you just said to me just before the show? Where I was like, save it for the podcast.
Yes,
I want to hear it. Yeah, okay.
Yes. Okay.
Everyone, buckle in. If you're driving your car right now, buckle in, pull over, and listen to this.
So, Kieran.
Yes.
We are at war. With two giant...
I want to say that I'm also a general, so I'm ready for war.
Yep. We are at war with two giant organizations.
And I think they're worth billions.
Billions.
Yeah.
We are at war with Spotify
Okay.
and PornHub.
Excellent.
And I don't know how I managed to get myself angry and pissed off at both of these companies
Now,
in 1 week.
As the
but this is something that's happened.
As the CEO of this podcast, how come I'm just hearing about it now?
Well, it mostly happened more now than anything else. So let me explain to you what just happened.
Okay.
We've always talked about putting stuff from our podcast onto both platforms.
Correct.
Onto Spotify and PornHub. I'm going to do the PornHub one first.
All right.
So,
I just want to put this in context. I get a message from Turch last night saying, I got something hilarious for you in 40 minutes. Okay, so I'm like, cool. And I was driving at the time, okay? So I was driving. And then I sort of forgot about it. And then this morning, I was actually sitting in a cafe this morning at 8:30. Right? And you sent me the thing, but it didn't say that it was
just
PornHub.
a link. It was just a link. Yeah.
And I was like, I know what this is. This is the video of Jabari. I was like, cool. So I clicked the link, and then the PornHub screen opens up. Right? So I'm out in public. I'm like, thank God I'm not at work.
Yeah.
Because you also said it's work safe, it's work friendly or something like that.
It's safe for work. It's okay. So this is the thing. I uploaded our very first ad we ever made, Jabari story, onto Pornhub. So we have a Pornhub account. We always joked about this, and I finally made it. We're registered, and I thought to myself, how funny would it be if we put a video up? Now, I wanted to put the video of the dildo testing up.
Yes.
And then Jess told me, no, because it's got actual people's faces in it, and you probably need to ask them for permission. And I said,
probably.
maybe not put, even though that would have been funny, because
Yes.
it would have been a dildo test on Pornhub.
Yes.
I thought, no. I thought about putting some videos of you on there playing golf and calling it hot shot, sexy hot man golfer gets hole in one. And I thought, no, I better not put video.
Do you know the category that came up right? I don't know if it was the same for you, but Jabari's story comes up right, and then right under that, there's a black lady
Continue.
giving a man a blowjob. That was the video right underneath that.
Yeah. I don't know what categories I selected for that. So anyway,
But I was like, all right.
yeah. So anyway, I was gonna upload this video of you hitting a golf ball and calling it like I don't know,
A hole in one?
Sexy hot golfer hits hole in one or gets hole in one. And I thought that's really funny. And I actually I did for research with Jess on the phone. I said, this is what I'm doing. I'm on Pornhub searching for videos related to golf. And reading her out the headlines. It was pretty funny. So, I upload this video, Jabari story, and I was going to bring it in today and show you like how funny it is. And I wanted to see how many views we got. I thought that'd be funny. If we get like 3
Key metrics. I'm all about data.
Yeah. As of today, and I'm just going to open up the screen here because I took a screenshot of it just before we got here, got into the recording, and our video, as of now, has been flagged by the community and is currently disabled pending review.
Oh, boo.
Which is very annoying.
Boo.
Very annoying.
So we don't know how many views it's got.
No, we don't.
Okay.
We don't, no.
Well, I didn't watch it. I just saw it.
Yeah, but you know what it is. It's Jabari's story. You got your voice. And like I said, I didn't want to put any videos of our faces on there. Like I didn't want to put anything like that. So anyway, I'm going to try and get our video back onto Pornhub. I think that's a good debate. But I was talking to a few people over the weekend about the podcast, and I try to advertise it a bit because I'm really proud of this show.
It's a great show.
It's a great show.
Fantastic show.
Exactly right. And why not? And, you know, the key demographic for the show was at this event I was at. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, is your podcast on Spotify? That's a big question that I get.
And we've been trying to get it on.
And we've been trying to get it on for a very long time. And I thought, you know what I got to do? I've got to actually contact them because the contact form on Spotify itself is pretty average.
Yeah.
So I thought to myself, hey, I'll just do what everyone does. I'll contact them on social media and just say, hey, look, you know. So I messaged them, and this is the actual message, and I'll put it up on Facebook and stuff like that soon. It says, hi, Spotify, I run the We Only Do One Take podcast, and we've applied multiple times to have our show available on your platform. We've not received a response. We have all the necessary requirements. We've already been accepted by iTunes, and all 24 of our episodes are available on the platform. Many of our fans have requested to have the show accessible on your platform. Could you please give me an update on the status of our request? Nice, easy, professional email. Spotify response.
Mm-hmm. Did you put dear Spotify or just
hi Spotify?
Oh, there you go. Very rude.
No, hi is the most professional one.
No, I write dear. I'm a dear person.
Nah, dear's too formal. Because Spotify responds, hey Anthony.
Oh, with a hey.
With a hey.
Oh.
Helps here. Excellent. I thought, great. We're going to go. The team reviews all submissions and will notify those who are approved. Unfortunately, submitting your podcast for approval doesn't guarantee it'll be uploaded. We'll be here if there's anything else. Now, I read this multiple times and I said to myself, they didn't answer the question. Mm-hmm. So, I respond.
Fantastic.
That doesn't really answer my question. I didn't even receive an email stating that my application was received. No update and no updates as to the progress. What are the prerequisites for approval? Why has it been easier for me to get onto the biggest music and podcast platform, iTunes, than your platform? Must have hit something.
Ooh, okay. Because Spotify is, I actually think, I don't know. I feel like everyone uses Spotify and iTunes missed the mark.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But still, iTunes is the biggest platform for podcasts, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
And still for music, funnily enough. So, they say, hey, can you please send us a private message with your email address you've used to contact us? So I'm up to the stage of, hey, please don't put this on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm straight on it.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Spotify. My name's Anthony and I run the We Only Do One Take podcast. I've applied to have the podcast on your platform, but never received a response. The email address used is the We Only Do One Take podcast @gmail.com. Please give me an update on the progress of this application. Again, very simple, very talkative. Just let me know. I don't even want approval yet. I just want an update.
Mm-hmm.
Simple.
And I'm really glad that I've hired you. I think I've made a great decision in my employee, being really action driven.
Well, it's mainly because I want to have our podcast on this spot and thing. So anyway, They respond. Thanks for the info. We're currently working to improve our podcast experience, so we're not able to add any new shows at this time.
Okay.
In the meantime, we'd recommend checking with your aggregator for updates. I'm like, whoa.
What the fuck's an aggregator?
Okay, so our aggregator is SoundCloud.
Oh, okay, right.
So, I'm actually a bit angry at this point.
Okay.
I say, if this is the case, why didn't you just send an email to the content creators? That's pretty slack, and it's not like you don't have our email addresses to tell us. You know?
And this shit should all be automated.
Exactly right. Anyway, so they respond. Sorry to hear that you feel this way. Rest assured that we've passed your thoughts about this to the right folks. In the meantime, your aggregator will be able to give you further information on how to submit your podcast to Spotify. There's also further info on how to submit your podcast through the aggregator here, which is just the frequently asked questions on their site, which I've read and actually gone through. So that's where it is at the moment.
Okay.
So basically, Spotify has said, hey, we're trying to help, but we're not accepting any new shows, but we're also not going to tell you why we're not going to do that and how you can actually help your show progress.
Do you know what? And damn you, Spotify. But when we get our first complaint, I'll handle it.
Yeah.
I've done media training and I know how to give right stuff without telling them anything.
Yeah.
I'll give them the exact Spotify treatment.
But it's pretty disgusting. So look, we don't ask too much from our fans. We like a community here, but if you...
And we love our fans.
We love our fans.
Our fans are great.
We want to get our show onto many platforms as we can to grow the show and help you guys listen to it.
A fun fact, I actually was looking at the data.
Yes.
We actually have an American listener.
Yes, we do. We do.
I have been making that American joke, and this is for our American listeners, without going, we probably don't have any. We actually have an American listener.
We absolutely do. So, in that case, I would like to ask...
And the podcast is most popular in Heidelberg.
Yes, it is. I would just like to ask our fans, if you would like to help us get our show onto Spotify, please send them a message on Facebook. Because I would love to start a We Only Do One Take podcast versus Spotify war to get us onto that platform.
Fantastic.
And this is not just for us, but it's for the fans as well. So you can enjoy our podcast anytime you want if you have the Spotify app and you pay for it and all that sort of stuff.
Round of applause.
So please send them a message, tag us in it. We'd love to get our podcast on that platform.
Fantastic.
Which is absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely.
So there you go. 3 rants. We are officially at war with 2 giant companies, but I will try.
Bring it on, Bring it on.
I love the fact that we're at war with PornHub. I think that's just a really funny thing. But you know what, Kieran? This show is not just about us yelling at things. I think we should get to an article.
Absolutely.
So what do you have over there?
I have got a brilliant article. Emergency crews taught how to cut off penis rings or extract items stuck in hard-to-reach places.
Nice.
Firefighters in Germany are being specially trained to rescue men from sex toy emergencies, following a recent spike in kinky mishaps. The new training involved emergency crews being drilled in how to cut off penis rings and extract items that have got stuck in hard-to-reach places. The course was launched recently after a spike in calls from men whose raunchy antics had left them in serious trouble. Incidents include a man with a crochet needles.
Oh, crochet needles,
stuck in his urethra.
Oh God! Fuck off!
And another who got his manhood stuck in a bottle. It gets better. Do you know what they're using to train them?
It'd have to be maybe sausages or something like that, like bratwurst. It's Germany, right?
They are using virtual reality.
Pew, 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 pew. Put on your Oculus Rift, everybody. We're going to cut some rings of dicks.
How funny is that?
That's
I thought only in Germany. In another eye-watering emergency call, crews had to attend a man with a whole apple stuck up his bottom. And in another incident, a weightlifter needed fire crews to help him get his member unwedged from the hole in the middle of a 2.2 kilogram iron weight.
I think you've actually brought that article in ages ago from an earlier episode.
I think so, yes.
Yeah, the guy got his dick stuck in that because he was trying to have sex with it or like, masturbate with it, and he got his dick stuck in it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So firefighters are being taught how to remove sex toys without hurting the trapped person.
That's amazing.
More than 600 firefighters were given lesson on how to remove penis rings in Düsseldorf this week as part of the special training.
That's awesome. I'm very happy that Germany's spending their taxpayer funds
And virtual reality.
in virtual. Like, seriously, did you think they could just get like a couple of bratwursts, a couple of rings, and like whatever utensil?
It means I need to get someone's dick and put a cock ring around it and then film it with like a 360 camera to turn it into virtual reality.
Or it could just be digital. Like, it doesn't have to be...
Oh, yeah, it could be digital too.
No one has to sit there. Like, hey, buddy, just put your dick there. We're going to get your dick caught. Or what about... Oh, yes, put this apple up your ass. We're going to...
Actually, we need to get a nurse on who works in the ER department to find out what is the funniest things.
We know a few nurses. Maybe we'll get a few nurses on. And
we should have a nurse special.
A nurse special, yeah.
Yeah.
Right after our Christian special. Christian love special.
Yeah. What do you have for us, Turch?
I'm going to try and go super topical this one. Have you been listening on the internet recently? That whole thing with that piece of audio. And it either says Yanni or Laurel.
Yes, and I can actually tell you the first time I heard this.
Yeah.
It was Saturday night.
Yeah.
The royal wedding was on.
We don't talk about that.
No, it was on mute. We were drinking. And, we wanted to have a glance at it. And then we got into the dancing mood, and then the royal wedding was switched off, and we were putting on YouTube clips. And then that Yanni, Laurel, or whatever it was called, came on, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Anyway, and then that's how I was exposed to
So
it.
if anyone hasn't listened to it yet, I'm just going to play it. I've got it here. So let's just...
Laurel. 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 Laurel.
All right, see?
Laurel.
All I hear is Yanni.
Laurel.
Okay.
Laurel.
I'm here. So the first
Laurel.
three, I heard both of them. I heard Laurel, Yanni? Yeah. And then I was hearing Yanni.
Yeah.
But I heard both of them at the start.
From what I can tell,
and we're not being primed with the words on the screen either.
No, we're just putting it up there. So one of the big things is I had a bit of a look, and they've done all these videos now. It's like, what can you hear? Apparently, it's like about what frequencies your ears can hear. And one you can hear the high frequencies, and you hear one name, and the other you can hear another name. Mm-hmm. And I thought to myself, geez, how many of these are there online? Because there's got to be like more of these sort of things. And I actually found one. And I thought I'd bring this one in. And I thought you might really enjoy it. So this one here is Frank and Peter.
Okay.
Which is, I thought, how the fuck can that... But again, it's like Laurie and Laurel and Yanni.
Yeah.
Like, how can you get those two names confused? But same here, Frank and Peter. So you let me know what you hear. All I hear is Frank. One sec.
Well, now you've primed me with Frank. Now I'm going to hear Frank.
Oh, well, you might hear Peter. All right. You let me know which one you hear. Ready?
Okay.
Kieran's a dick. Kieran's a dick.
I'm definitely hearing Frank.
Kieran's a dick.
All I'm hearing is Frank. I can't hear anything else.
Dick.
Yeah, that's all I'm hearing. I'm hearing Frank as well.
Kieran's a dick.
No, there's the Peter.
Kieran's a dick.
Yeah.
Kieran's a dick. Kieran's a dick.
Turn it off now.
Kieran's a dick. Kieran's a dick.
Is that Jess in there?
Dick.
I'd like to thank my mum.
All right, funny story. I was at your house when you were still living with your parents, and we were playing Cards Against Humanity. It must have been like midnight or something, and I really didn't. This is like one of the very first times I'd met your parents, and they came in, and I had to read the cards out.
Yep.
Right, and your parents had walked into the room, and I'm like, I don't know who these people are,
Yeah.
and I had like big giant black cock in whatever it was, and I was like, are they cool with this?
Yeah. No, my parents are good. My dad would have probably just joined us and probably poured everyone a shot or something. And my mum
I'm going to have words with your mother next time.
She was great. You know what was funny? I told her the idea and she goes, that's absolutely the funniest thing you've ever done. And then
Does she listen to the podcast?
She doesn't, but she wanted to be part of this.
We should get her on. She should be a guest.
I'm glad you're like, well, look, I'll do. I got a story. I got an actual story instead of just a comedy bit that I've been writing for the last couple of days.
All right.
A black male porn star is suing director and production company for letting his white female co-star call him the N-word twice without his consent.
Ooh.
So it's a pretty long, extensive article. I'll just do the rundown of it. So Morris McKnight, who performs under the name Moe the Monster, has filed a lawsuit on Thursday against DF Productions and James Camp. And Camp is the director. DF Productions, what does that stand for, you think? It stands for Dog Fart Productions. And they specialise in interracial scenes. And McKnight, actually Moe the Monster, has done plenty with them, with more than 50 productions with the organisation. So, how did this happen? How did this woman call him the N-word on set? So, during the filming of his ejaculation, aka the money shot, Hinkle, who is the female porn star, could be heard saying the word twice. She said, "Give me that N-word load. Give me all that N-word cum."
Okay. So she's on set saying that.
Yeah, she's on set.
Yeah.
So this is just as about he's about to come onto her. Mm-hmm. She's yelling these profanities out to him. So apparently they've asked him before, like, can we say it? And he's like, no, I don't really like it. He goes, I feel betrayed. Mm-hmm. I've shot over 50 scenes for the company. For a long time, I was one of their top guys. I'm always publicly talking about racism. Even for them to ask me to say the word was an insult, and it would always hurt my feelings and this and that. The use of the N-word in the workplace is considered by the courts of society the most offensive racial slur imaginable, says McKnight's lawyer. Sorry, Moe the Monster's lawyer, Dan Gillian. It embodies evil of racism. So he's suing for fraud, negligence, and failure to prevent racial harassment. But isn't that just the most amazing thing? I sort of want to... Now, we've just been talking about PornHub.
Sometimes I want to be a lawyer.
You must get some absolutely fantastic cases. But this one here, can you imagine what happened? Well, I was about to come on his chick, and she said to me, "Give me that N-word load. Give me all that N-word cum." And I'm suing her
So she was off script.
Yeah, she was just in the moment, fresh.
She didn't... That script was not approved.
No.
And that was not what...
Nope.
It was not representing the company.
No.
And so she's being sued. Fair enough.
Yeah, so...
We never go off script here.
Do we even have a script?
No. That's why we never go off it.
Oh, really?
I approve all our script material.
Always.
Actually, wait, hang on. I shouldn't say that because I don't look at your stuff.
No.
Take that back.
No, take that back. Bleep that out. That's pretty amazing. I like the fact that his name is Moe the Monster. And I kind of want to try and find this video and post it for all our...
You can put it on our PornHub.
Oh, I was going to say, if I find this video, I'll be putting it up on our PornHub. I can't believe we have a PornHub.
I am so glad I was not with a client when I opened that.
I called Jess yesterday to talk about it. I go, did you ever think that you would be having this conversation? She goes, what? And I'm like, your partner's and one of your best friends' podcast is having a fight with both Spotify and PornHub. This is the reality.
We have made it.
This is the reality that we live in at the moment, Kieran. This is like I can't. It's one of those things you can't really tell your workmates that's just happened, but you really want to. It's like, this is my life. This is what I do.
Yeah, we're being sued for like 500 million from PornHub.
Why is that? Oh, we tried to upload a non-porn video. But this is the thing. I thought we could because all those gun guys have been uploading their videos. Why can't we just upload our podcast stuff?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Trump, probably.
Oh, don't talk about Trump. He's fine. He has nothing to do with this.
Tonight's podcast is brought to you by Weight Watchers. I forgot the meal because I actually don't have it here. I was eating it, but I don't have it. But it was delicious.
Well, having it.
It was a frozen meal.
Yeah.
It had potato and stroganoff. It was stroganoff.
Beef stroganoff?
Beef stroganoff, that's it.
pretty good.
Beef stroganoff.
Just stick away from the potatoes, though.
Well, for Weight Watchers, I was a little bit surprised that it
I
had
was gonna
potatoes.
say
But
it
the
was-
sizing portion was really
Small?
small. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway. Weight Watchers, your beef stroganoff. I've got a movie review.
Got a movie review.
Yep.
This has been a great episode so far. I'm really happy how this is going. What's your movie review?
I know the Avengers have been out for a little while.
Yeah.
It's almost about a month now. But I finally saw the Avengers.
That's pretty good.
And I'd like to give my movie review. Have you seen it?
Look, I sort of lost interest in most superhero films.
Okay.
Only because I think that they're sort of been overplayed and this that. And I prefer.
I feel like it's Iron Man and Iron Man 2 had character development.
Yeah.
And
Apparently Iron Man 2 was the average one of the two.
Yeah.
Or the three. But I just think that, look, I was never a Marvel or DC or superhero kid. So for me, seeing all these films, it's like, okay, I know basically the story, and I've seen a lot of the older films of, Superman, Batman, and stuff like that. So for me, I just don't have really that much interest.
Okay.
I don't mind watching them here and there, and I like all those old campy films about superheroes.
Yeah.
But if a new Avengers comes out, I'm not gonna go out.
So in other words, you want to be absolutely shit-faced when you see it. That's fair
I'm
enough.
not really shit-faced when I say it. I just want to. I'm
now-
not fussed.
Now, I've got to tell you about my experience, because it's not getting a good review.
Good.
It is getting a terrible review. Now, I went to see it. A friend bought the ticket, and we went to V Premium. So
What's that?
Village Cinema. So it's not gold class,
It's premium.
but it's not the economy version.
It's like in between.
It's like business class. So
Yeah.
you've got gold class, which is like first class on an airline.
Yep.
And then you've got V Premium, which is like business class, right? And then you've got your standard cinema where all the plebs go.
Yep.
Plebs, is that right? Anyway.
Yeah.
Right. So V Premium. It was a very comfortable cinema,
Yeah.
right? And you've got you've got 4 seats, and you've got enough to put like food and stuff between
It's a
you.
good size. It's good
and
spacing.
You can't like recline, but you've
Yeah.
got decent
got enough
leg room.
space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
space. Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, so the trouble started when we turned up and we didn't know where to go because we're in Southland. Okay. Anyway, we eventually find where we need to go. And they've got their own candy line, right? But you can also order alcohol. This is brilliant, right? And
Most cinemas you can actually order alcohol at.
yeah, not at Hoyt's.
Hoyt's Village you can. No, even Hoyt's
Gold
you can.
gold
actually.
class you can, not in the standard cinema.
No,
you can't
even
order.
I think in the standard for Hoyt's, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think you actually can
No, I'm not.
get a Corona.
I don't think so. It could be. Look, I'm willing to be proved wrong.
Yeah.
But don't ruin my story right now.
Yeah.
All right. For argument's sake, you can't do that in a standard cinema. Anyway, so this is exciting. And I had missed dinner. So it was about 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock for the film? Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
And I was like, they've got gourmet pizza here.
Perfect. Done.
Brilliant, right? Bring it out to you. Fantastic. So at the moment, I'm thinking this movie is going to get probably a 4 out of 5.
I was going to say solid 4 film. I'm feeling it.
Don't have the recline, right? But
Yeah.
4 out of 5, okay?
But sometimes you don't need the recline. You just need like enough space, and that can sometimes put you over the edge.
And there weren't as many people in a normal cinema.
Yep.
And I was like, you know what? This is doing
It's got that 4.5.
This is doing it.
Yeah.
No line for the toilet. We're looking good. Anyway, we get there, order a gin and tonic. So that was fine. The guy took a little bit too long to make them, but anyway. But we couldn't order the food. We had to use the app.
Oh no!
Right? He said, "Oh no, you can't pay," which I thought was ridiculous. You can't. No, we don't want to accept your money. You've got to use the app to deliver the food.
You know what?
This is where the problem lies.
I was going to say, as soon as they say you need an app to do something, when the option...
I shouldn't need an app.
No, that's right. You're here, or I have cash, or I have my card. Just do it like a normal person.
Yeah. Or to put the order through and deliver it to my seat.
Yes.
Right? I'm the customer. It shouldn't be this hard. Anyway, I went with my sister. So she downloads the app, right? And then it's not working on her phone. All right. Oh, fuck. This is a problem, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I go, I'll download it. I download it. And the app was working on my phone. I actually got more fields than she did.
That's good.
Right. But then when you had to, you got to tap it and like put your name in, right? The amount of times I had to like tap the screen, there was like a sweet spot, this random sweet spot. Then you could put your name in, and then when you got to put your credit card details in, right?
Similar issue.
The app is not well. I'm like, who the fuck tested this?
No one. Probably no one.
Who tested this app? Anyway, so I missed some of the previews.
That's okay.
Well, I wanted to see the previews. I wanted to know what other movies were coming out. Anyway, I was like, you know what, whatever. We've ordered. The food's coming. This will be fine. I've got my drink. All is good with the world. Right, ready for the Avengers. Right. They delivered the food to the wrong seat, which it was slightly corrected. So it wasn't a huge problem. Anyway, I was just annoyed that the food took too long to arrive. Probably about 5 minutes, and I had to use an app.
You know what?
So I'm giving the movie, The Avengers: Infinity War, 2 out of 5 stars.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Going on from apps, Jess and I went to Pancake Parlour.
Yeah.
And not the one at Northland. There's another one. And now they prefer you to order through the app and pay through the app.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's a restaurant. Like,
fucking come over here and serve me. Take my order and I pay later.
And I'm like, oh yeah, you have to pay. And they were like, you have to pay on your card. We don't accept cash. And I went, no. That's not how
society works. You accept cash.
Cash is like the
legitimate form.
Yeah, it's the most legitimate
when
form.
Telstra fails and you can't use your cards because everyone's using Telstra,
That's
you
right.
pay with cash.
That's the most important thing. And I had cash on me because I'm like, yeah, like I'll just do it's okay. And yeah, they were like, oh, sorry, we don't accept cash. And I'm like, what?
What fucking? It's like me going up to order food, right? I shouldn't have to use the app. Just take my order and deliver it to me.
Yeah.
Put it in the fucking system or whatever you got to do and give it to me. I don't care what you have to do.
That's your problem.
I'm the customer.
Yeah.
I'm giving you my money.
Yeah.
Take my money.
Well, apparently they're not even taking your cash.
What is wrong?
This has been
what? I'm more infuriated now. I'm going to give that movie 1.5 stars.
This has been the rantiest episode ever. This is fantastic. Let me lighten the mood.
All right.
I did another bit and I did another intro song. Don't hear the intro song? It's terrible. I sing.
All right. Oh, dear God.
Yeah, I know. This is called YouTube comment time. One sec.
YouTube comments time.
So I was really delirious on Friday night, and suddenly I ended up on a YouTube video. And do you ever just scroll through the YouTube video comments just to have a laugh and see what people are saying, especially on a random video?
People are idiots, but yes.
It's a bit of fun. Bit of fun. Anyway, I was annoying Jess, which is one of my passions. And I I type in La Cucaracha, which is the Mexican dance.
Yes.
And I find a version that's apparently by the Gypsy Kings. Now, do you know who the Gypsy Kings are?
That's that band.
Yeah, it's like a flamenco sort of band.
Yeah.
They do a whole bunch of stuff. And they do like that version of Hotel California in The Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
And it's great. Yeah, that one there, that one there. And yeah. I'm actually a big fan of Gypsy Kings. I know, like, I've listened to like most of their albums because guitarist and all that sort of stuff. And I happen to know for a fact that they never recorded a version of La Cucaracha.
Okay.
So it's off the bat, I'm like, hey, this is pretty funny. So I'm annoying Jess by playing this song. And as it's playing and Jess is trying to sleep, I'm reading the comments.
Okay.
And I go to Jess, I even paused the video because the comments were so funny that I started reading them. So imagine you're listening to the La Cucaracha, and these are the comments I've picked out, handpicked. That's the chicken dance.
Right,
okay, so first comment. Well, out of boredom, this is by Borkins McBorkbork. Well,
we're out of number plates.
Well, out of boredom, I can now play this on my guitar. Well, that's a pretty good comment. It's a solid comment.
It is a solid comment.
Okay, so this is from Adrian Banks. I sing this when I walk into our garage at night. Okay, that's a pretty weird one. Okay, how about this one? This is from Pagan88 Europe. Fuck gypsies. Okay, that's... this is going a bit weird.
Yep.
Okay, this is from Clorox Bleach. I love cockroaches now, smiley face. This is... this is from username No Justice, and it says, "What an awful song. How dare you celebrate doing such horrible things to innocent creatures." Oh, okay, what's going on? What's going on here? I'm intrigued.
What?
I'm intrigued. Also, gypsies aren't allowed to be kings because they are descendant from the untouchable caste. Maybe we should remove hind legs from gypsies.
Maybe.
Better yet, we ought to gas them and burn them. Scum. I'm like, gee, that's a bit harsh. And then this was my favourite one. Jess and I pissed us off like, but from Outermost Owl, she said, "My niece loved this. We danced for minutes."
Aww.
Who danced?
That's nice.
The song went for 2 minutes 30 or something, 3 minutes 30. Anyway, so that was YouTube comment time with the terrible theme tune, which I'll put in later.
YouTube comment time! Oh, crap. You're going to use that as a soundbite. All right, I've got an article for you.
Go for it.
Mums. Oh, hang on. Let me try that again. Mums reveal new dinner party trend where MDMA is hidden in French cheese.
Ah, yes. Fantastic.
Have you seen this one?
Not only has this has also come out on our Wheeling Do I Take podcast.
Oh, shit. You know my source. All right, let me go to my backup article.
No, that's all right. Oh, look, instead of that, Kieran, I have a really great article.
No.
Okay.
I've got a. Jeez, you don't trust me with my.
I trust
my
you.
articles. Oh, jeez. I feel like I'm being yelled at. Harry and Meghan royal wedding condoms exist, and you can get so many for £10.
That's amazing.
Yes. So the royal wedding was on, which I know Turch watched
Religiously.
Yeah. By the way, I saw an article today, and the first clergy, Catholic Church.
Archbishop of Australia. Or
Of Adelaide,
like
I think
Adelaide,
it was.
yeah. He's been convicted. He's gone to jail. Yes.
Well, we don't know if he's going to jail yet. He hasn't been
Well, he's
sentenced.
been convicted.
Archbishop Philip Wilson, landmark verdict, tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
Yes, the verdict in the case of Archbishop Philip Wilson, the most senior Catholic to be charged with concealing child abuse, is already being declared a landmark case.
Good.
With one legal expert predicting it could trigger a flood of other prosecutions, which, I'm sorry, I'm now going on a tangent.
Good.
But for ages, the Catholic Church got away with saying bishops are not employees of
The church.
of the clergy or the people under them, right?
Yeah.
So therefore, are not responsible if they knew about any child abuse. Therefore, could not be sued.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And there was a court ruling
Ugh.
and the Catholic Church got away with it. And finally, I'm not fully across the details.
No.
But it looks like the tables have turned.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope that he does get convicted. This is just the start of a full line of these sort of proceedings going
You know me,
forward.
because
I think this is the same for anyone. Even if this was just an office worker or it doesn't matter who it is. I think like if they weren't investigating a group of people just because of whatever they were, and now this is going to be the kickoff point to get those people convicted of those
I'm sorry, I don't
horrible acts.
I don't care whether you're the queen.
Yeah, exactly right. This is what I'm saying.
Or a king or whatever. If you knew that child abuse was going on,
Yeah.
and you protected something else, you should suffer the consequences.
Well, this is the same as half the people in Hollywood. And I discussed this with MQ when he came into the episode. I was like, most of the people knew, and the fact that they're all taking the higher ground now just makes me not care about any of them. About the whole sexual harassment, Harvey Weinstein sort of thing. But anyway, your article.
Yes, sorry. Yes, if one is looking for a slightly naughtier way to celebrate the royal wedding, then we've found a great souvenir for the friskier royalist out there. The ideal gift for you, Prince Charming. These royal wedding condoms are definitely one. I wonder if they put like MDMA in the condoms. Anyway, definitely one of the more imaginative route or royal wedding memorabilia available.
That's awesome. There's been a whole bunch of really crazy merchandise for this royal wedding.
Yeah.
And the weirdest one I saw was, I don't know if it's in your article or not, the weirdest one I saw, apart from the condoms, which is fantastic, I saw women's, like, one-piece bathing suits with the royal couple faces on one on each. So it wasn't like, they're both on there, like a picture of them, like the face.
We
just
should
the
have
face.
we should have live commentated the wedding.
Oh,
We missed the
I
opportunity
think
there.
that I would have killed myself.
Oh, we would have been on so many tangents. We would have been on so many tangents. I could never be in the royal family. As much as I would love to.
Why, are you not part lizard person?
I would be too drunk.
Aren't they all drunk or
I
high?
would be an embarrassment to the royal family.
You know what?
Plus, I'm a massive atheist, so
Yeah.
I would be like criticizing the Queen every second day.
You know what I like about this? My favorite thing about the whole wedding thing.
And I feel
is
like if I met the Queen, I would be like, "G'day, Liz.
Yeah.
How's it going?"
What are you? What's that guy? What's that pedophile's name with the wobble board?
Oh, don't call me. Don't relate me to him.
That's just that same sort of, how are you doing?
Oh, God, not that one.
No. What's I was gonna say, my favorite thing about this whole royal wedding is that the Onion posted an article, and it was a picture, and it said something like Prince Harry getting back into his favorite suit. And it was, remember when he did that Nazi uniform for a dress-up party?
Yeah.
They posted that picture.
Yeah.
And I think they actually had to take it down because they said it was a bit of slander and this and that or something. Like, something happened with it, which is bullshit because it's a
Free speech.
It's a fucking funny joke. And he did it.
And he did it, yeah.
And you know what? That was hilarious. I think it was funny. Like, if you can't make fun of a culture and someone that, pretty much the untouchable, most people consider untouchable. If he can't make a joke like that, and then the Onion can't make a joke about him making a joke about that, and I don't know what's going on.
Neither do I.
Kieran, now I must commend you because you've been creating
Thank you.
the last couple episodes.
Yes. Have you enjoyed my editing?
Well, not only have I been enjoying your editing, but I've been enjoying your thumbnails for the episode. So when people download the episode and see the episode, it comes up with a little
they see the thumbnails,
That's on
right.
the thumbnail, and it comes up with like a little
I
picture.
think I spend more time on the thumbnails than I do actually editing the episode.
But it's sort of cool because it gives people, like, when they see it, it gives them an idea of what the episode's going to be about, or what's in it, or something a bit funny and catches people's eye and this and that. And I put it all down to your Photoshop skills. Now, I know you're not actually using Photoshop.
No, I'm not.
You're using probably like Microsoft Paint equivalent on Apple.
I am using Paint.
But I'd like to say that you are better
Yes.
than the people from GQ magazine.
Thank you.
Now, there's not really an article to this. This is just for you to look. I printed out this in color
Oh, okay.
because it was very
I
important.
want to point something out.
Yeah.
With the paint, right? I don't know that. I should know that. I should actually look it up. But the frame that I need to actually have
300
it
by 300. 3,000 by 3,000.
3,000 by 3,000. Right. Okay. I'll remember that.
Yeah.
Because the amount of times I'm like, oh fuck, I don't know what it is, and then I upload it and I'm like, oh shit, that's my words have been cut off. All right, hang on, let me go back and then change it.
Just a square 3,000 by 3,000 pixels. That's what I've been using. That's the biggest size that our hosting platform can use. So that's what I've been using. Nonetheless, your skills on that piece of software are far better than
Much better than the intern.
Much better than the people at GQ magazine, this multi-million-dollar magazine. So they've recently released their hands down our best comedy issue ever, and on the front cover it's got a few female comedians, and inside the thing they've got some male comedians to talk about it. But everyone has been noticing something wrong with the front cover. So I'm going to pass you the picture of the front cover.
Okay.
And you were going to describe what's on it and what you think might be wrong with this picture.
Okay.
Here you go. Just passing it over.
Okay.
Oh, just describe what's going on that picture.
All right. So hands down, our best comedy issue ever. I have a lady who's doing the splits, whose leg has turned into an arm. And there's an arm that's wrapped around someone else's. I don't even know where that arm's coming from. There must be someone behind these three people posing. Someone's got 3 legs. There's another leg. I don't even know how that's there. That person looks very fat in her dress. And there's an arm that's coming in to grab someone's boob, but there shouldn't be an arm there. Who did this?
This is GQ magazine. This is an actual
This
cover.
is an actual cover.
That came out, and everyone's just gone, "Hey guys, you've really fucked this up." It is a complete mess. If we talk about our show being a complete shit show, that is a complete shit show.
We've got a lot to live up to.
That's amazing. I should post a photo of this. But my favorite one, like you said, is this. There's an extra hand coming out there. There's an extra hand coming out here. That leg is the most amazing leg. Like, it is not only bending backwards, but also the knee and the foot looks like it's just completely twisted.
Someone was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm leaving this place in like 3 days. I'm just going to put this together.
Like, you know what? They can't even go, "Oh, it's our comedy issue. It's meant to be bad," because they've redacted this and changed it to make it look proper. Like, they could have played this off like, "It's our best comedy issue ever," and gone, "Yeah, it's a joke." Like, that's why
it's like that.
It's like that. But they've gone, "No, we're gonna fix it. We're sorry."
They're idiots. They're idiots.
You can't. Like I said, we may be a complete shit show, but that's just a different. And the fact that they didn't even make the joke out of it completely ruined it for me.
All right, I've got an article for you, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. It was a normal garbage day in London this week. Everyone hauled their trash out to the curb and left it for pickup. But in one case, it wasn't a garbage truck that came to collect. It was the local police, the army, and the Bond squad. Someone put a live World War I era artillery shell out with the trash.
That's awesome.
What's even better? Canadian man finds live bomb in neighbour's garage, phones police, goes to beer store while waiting for police since he's going to miss his doctor's appointment.
Oh, well, we might as well. That's pretty good.
Yeah. There you go, everyone. I'm trying to fill time while Turch... See, people, I need to tell the people this. I live in the 21st century. I've got my laptop here. I've got my phone here. Turch actually has a Surface Pro, and God knows what that is. Some kind of old Dell.
Yeah, that works great. We've also got the recording equipment.
And the recording equipment, but yet he still prints out articles.
I do.
Move into the 21st century.
It's only because I want to be able to pass you pictures from GQ. And I know it's your favourite.
You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bits of paper that don't have photos on it.
That's true. But it's a lot easier to read. So I'm going to read another one. So I'm going to do the Trump Watch.
Oh, it's been ages since we've had Trump Watch.
And I don't really want to do anything like political Trump Watch. I'm just doing fluff piece Trump Watch. So,
all right.
I'm sick of people.
What do you think of this whole Iran crisis? Because you don't want to get political, so let's get political.
Yeah, it's good. So I'm really sick of people spinning other people's words about Donald Trump and trying to make clickbait headlines, because they always get me, because I'm like, there's no fucking way that he said that.
I hear Kofefi.
So here it is. So radio host Howard Stern recalls Trump's creepy rating of a daughter Ivanka. So everyone's been making fun of Donald Trump.
I love Howard Stern.
I love Howard Stern too, and I think he's really funny. He tried to get the Ramones back together at one point.
We should get Howard Stern on the show.
I would love to get Howard. I would just love to meet Howard Stern. It'd be amazing.
Nah, fuck it. Let's get him on the show.
Well, it's your job, mate. You're the CEO. You can one CEO.
I'll delegate it to you.
So anyway, radio Howard Stern has recalled his creepiest interview with Donald Trump before the businessman became the president. So in this, he's talking to David Letterman. David Letterman's got a new series on Netflix, not a sponsor.
Oh, hang on. Holy shit. And David Letterman in his new show, he's interviewed Howard Stern.
He's Howard Stern, yeah. So
oh, shit. I've got to watch. That's an hour-long episode.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a bit behind on that.
So anyway, he is talking about Donald Trump, things. Mm-hmm. And he said that, to me, a guest who comes on and says anything on someone is a great guest. No matter what I asked him, he would always answer it very sincerely and in a thought-out way. This is talking about Donald Trump. And then on one occasion, Howard Stern, who's a shock jock, And that's what he does. Like, he's very raunchy. He's got a podcast now because he's so raunchy, he can't even be on radio.
He's been on the internet for quite a while.
Yeah, he has. He's like one of the first big podcasts to come out. So he actually asked Donald Trump, like this is when he was a businessman back, before his president days, of his personal list of great beauties in the world. And with a straight face, the businessman replies, first of all, the great beauties are not actresses. Anyone who works in the entertainment industry, really, I've only seen are 6s and 7s. So far, pretty cool answer. Like, telling the industry fuck off. And then Stern suggests, like, at the time, Angelina Jolie was like the most attractive, considered the most attractive actress at the time. But Trump dismisses the idea and gives her a 7. Oh, high standards, buddy. And then Stern goes, really? Why? He goes, and Trump states, you know who's really a great beauty? My daughter, Ivanka. Now, she's a 10.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just go back. That exchange is basically, who do you think's hot in the industry? I don't think anyone's hot in the industry. Even Angelina Jolie, she's a 7. You know who I think is hot?
Ivanka.
My daughter is the most beautiful woman.
Yeah.
I think would be...
That's a compliment.
I was going to say, that's a pretty standard thing for a
I
dad
would expect
to say.
you to say the most attractive person that you know is me.
Yeah, exactly right.
On the We Only Do One Take podcast.
That's right.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, if you had a daughter, like, it doesn't matter how ugly your daughter is, in your eyes, your daughter is always is like a 10 out of 10. Like, and he states, who is a real great beauty? He doesn't say sexy or anything like that. He just says, who's a real great beauty? And he states, my daughter, Ivanka. She's a 10. Mm-hmm. Standard dead answer.
Fair enough.
Great. But remember the headline of this article? Radio host Howard Stern recalls Trump's creepy rating of daughter Ivanka. Mm-hmm. It's only when you read the article you realize it's the most normal dad answer to that question in the history of the world.
Oh, no, Turch, but the people on the left, or right, or centre, I don't know. People who hate Trump will turn things into whatever they want. I'm sure. Actually, do we have any haters of the We Only Do One Take podcast?
Not that I know of.
I'm waiting for our first hater.
Me too.
I'm looking forward to that.
We're going to get like 50 pieces of hate mail now.
If you hate the We Only Do One Take podcast,
Keep listening.
we would love to have you on.
Yeah. But go on. Like I said,
I still can't get over we've got an American listener.
it's pretty great. So hello to that.
Why hasn't that American listener told his other American friends or girlfriends, whatever, about
Friends
us?
in general.
And we should have more American listeners.
Oh, we're working on
Maybe
it.
they can't understand our accent.
Possibly. So, this article keeps going.
Yes.
And this is where, for me, the article flips. Because this is where Howard Stern seems like the creeper.
Ooh, okay.
So Letterman then continues to, and then Stern remembers a time that he was actually interviewing Melania, which is Trump's wife, and shock jock Stern asks if she's naked.
Yeah.
So this article says, "Oh, Trump, creepy rating of daughter." But Howard Stern on his live show is asked Melania if she is naked. She replies almost because she's playing along.
Yeah.
And then he goes, I've already got my pants off.
Yeah, but that's Howard Stern. We know Howard Stern.
Yeah, but this is the thing.
Howard Stern,
how can you have one...
from the NBC days. We've known
Yeah, I
who
know.
Howard Stern is.
Yeah.
And this is the Howard Stern that we expect.
No, but...
There is nothing weird about Howard Stern at all. In fact, Howard Stern could run for president.
I would actually vote for him.
I would vote for him too.
But the biggest thing, and this is from news.com.au, so I'm calling them out too.
A reputable source.
We've got a vendetta against them too. Maybe it's just Turch vendetta against everyone, but news.com.au, the fact that you've given this the headline, radio host Howard Stern recalls Trump's creepy rating of daughter Ivanka, and then it's only when you read the article and read through it properly that you realize that headline is completely false. You are the worst kind of fake news other than CNN. This is absolute garbage journalism, and you should be absolutely ashamed of yourself.
And I'm very proud of our non-fake news record here.
We are very good here. We
are.
bring in quality stuff. if we do have to make a redaction, we do. But the fact we don't try to...
No, we just fire interns.
Yeah, that too. But we just, like, this is blatantly a lie. Blatant bullshit. Blatant fake news. And they've just... This is what people... They read the headlines. People are just headline readers, including me. And just by reading that, you get the wrong idea. And I think this is exactly why people are sick of most mainstream news sites.
And that's
why they're coming down to the We Only Do One Take podcast. You were about to say it, I was going to say it too.
Absolutely. Yes. But we know why people do that, because those headlines sell. They've got to sell paper. Or they've got to sell digital space.
Well, advertising. It's all advertising.
Oh, yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty disgusting.
Yeah, I'm out of articles, by the way.
No, that's okay. I was going to say we should wrap it up because I do have another rant from a viewer, a listener.
Oh, do we?
So we'll do that. So anyway, Kieran, thank you for another fantastic episode of the We Only Do One Take podcast.
It is absolutely my pleasure.
This is episode 25. Make sure you...
Can you believe that
I know.
We were drunk, I think, in a pub.
Yes,
saying
absolutely.
we should do a podcast.
Yep.
We've had over 1,000 listens.
Easily.
Which blows my mind.
Yeah, crazy.
We've got an American listener.
A Sydney listener.
It's Sydney. And, Sydney's not that impressive.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And we've had some people call in for the rant.
It's good.
We've got a war going on now with Spotify and PornHub.
We've had a dildo testing competition. We've had we have the Watsonia Bugle on. We've had a producer actor on. We've had 2 professional cosplayers on. We've had Nicholas Strasovsky from the Dead City Ruins on.
And we kick in goals. Do you know what? I'm looking forward to? Our comedy show at the Melbourne International Comedy Festival.
Hey, mate, that's all you. If you get us on that, I'll make sure it bloody works.
Absolutely. So anyway, yes, it's been an absolute pleasure. 25 episodes
25 episodes strong. Make sure if you have been listening and have been with us for this whole ride, make sure you share it with your friends because we do like that. We like new people listening to our absolute garbage that we come up with around here. Make sure you subscribe to us on Facebook, on YouTube, on PornHub, on...
we'll probably get the most subscribers from PornHub.
I would be amazed if we get like a couple. Would be great. If you are angry that Spotify won't let us on their platform, send them a dirty message. And give us a tag as well. We're going to be happy taking this to the absolute limit of what we can do. Make sure you get us on Instagram as well. We post at least 1 or 2 things a day on there. That's how prolific that we've been at the moment.
And heads out to our listeners as well. I've actually got a survey, which will probably be up in a week, 2 weeks.
Beautiful.
Because we want to hear
what you want.
Yeah.
What more of what you want. We want to make the best show possible just for you guys, and we want to make you proud to listen to us.
Yeah.
Another thing that is up now is the official rant board on Facebook. So as more viewer rants or listener rants come in, I'll be putting them up as a quick sort of title, and everyone can now vote on them. And
my vote's going to Aaron. Sorry, Alice. Sorry, but Aaron, I felt was more dedicated.
He was fantastic.
I think he was driving at the same time.
He was, and I was very proud of him. So he was very, very good. But people, make sure you vote on that as well. And if you want to skew the votes, get people to vote on your behalf.
Absolutely.
Might as well. Just means that we get a bit more promotion as well. It's a double whammy. This is what I was thinking, Kieran. But anyway, Kieran, thank you for another fantastic episode.
All good.
Let's get to some listener rants, and we'll see you next Thursday.
So that we will be out on Thursday.
Yeah, that's right. All right, you ready? You ready for the rant?
Yeah.
Hopefully the sound's all right.
Getting bugged for a week or so now to send some material into the show. I was thinking about ranting on a topic that's fresh in my mind of recently over the weekend. I hosted a party at my house. And then I thought, you know what pissed me off the most over the weekend? I don't know if anybody else has this problem. It's probably just me because I apparently just date really immature men. But does anybody else's partners act like children at parties? I mean, they're not even drinking, just bothering me so much. I was trying to do things and it's just always there and bothering me with like constantly putting beer cans on my head thinking it's very funny. Yes, that happened. And then, my brother saw that happening. So he thought it was hilarious. And then he started doing it.
Oh, excellent.
Anyway, so I guess my rant is about Turch.
Don't breathe into the microphone, Jess.
You just really bugged me yesterday. All right, the end. I'll send in something else. All right, bye.
It's true. I was trying to put empty beer cans on their head. Actually, I found a bowl that I was using for food. And
do you know what? I'm going to give that rant 2 out of 5 stars.
2 out of 5. Jess,
2 out of 5.
Step it up.
I feel like
enough
it could
leg
be
room.
much longer.
No, well, I've actually been asking people to do like 60 seconds. That when I ask for people to do rant, like what good 60. I'd rather them focus on the quality of their rant and the quantity, and that way we can.
I want quality and quantity. I have high expectations.
You want both.
I want both.
Well, you heard it.
I want 3-minute rants.
You want 3-minute rants? Okay. Well, you message a few people. You get them to send in a few rants.
All right.
And if you'd like to send in a rant, record it on your phone and send it to the We Only Do One Take podcast Gmail account.
Gmail.com.
So it's We Only Do One Take podcast at gmail.com. Send it through. Kieran wants 3-minute quality and you will also get up on the rant board, which will have maybe at like episode 50. We'll see where rants have got to, and we'll see what the most popular rant is of all.
Bloody brilliant.
Fantastic.
Good stuff, Jess. Well done. I also you've never found Turch annoying, so I can't.
Take your pants off.